everyone, first of all thanks for watching my channel again. In this video I'm going to talk about paint for Gunpla. I will talk about different type of paints, pros and cons of each type of paint, how to use them, how to thin them, etc. I will make more video about airbrushing later. If you like my video, please subscribe. If you are a beginner, want to learn more about paint, stay tuned, okay? So first type of paint I want to talk about is acrylic paint. This is Tamiya acrylic paint, which is also a hybrid acrylic paint, or we call alcohol-based acrylic paint. So you can use water or alcohol to thin this type of paint. You can also use lacquer to thin this paint if you want to airbrush them. These are great for hand brushing and airbrushing. They don't smell as bad as enamel or lacquer paint and not as toxic as them. But I would still use a respirator if I spray this. These are enamel paint. I have some Tamiya here. It is not easy to get Tamiya enamel paint here in US. I got this from Europe, but you can get other local US brand enamel paint like Testers. You can find these paints in Hobby Lobby, Michaels. The problem with these Testers paint is the font size is so small on the label, so it is very hard to see the color. I usually print my own label and put a small dot of paint on the top of the cap to help me identify the paint. These are great for hand brushing, especially applying small detail on your kit. It takes a long time to dry though, and it is the slowest drying paint among all three. It takes hours to a day or two, depends on the humidity, but it is also very durable paint. I really like this kind of paint. There are two interesting characteristics of enamel paint worth to mention. First is the enamel paint can be dissolved by enamel thinner even after it is completely dry. And the second fact is enamel thinner does not dissolve other types of paint like lacquer or acrylic. These two facts are very useful when we are doing reverse washing or cleaning up enamel-based panel liner. I will make another video to explain a little bit more and talk about this technique in the future. And the third type of paint is lacquer-based paint. These are lacquer-based paint I have. I have Mr. Color, and this is the super metallic gold and metallic black. And I also have some Gaia notes here. They are in different size. This is 10 millimeter. These are 15 millimeters, 40 millimeters. Gaia note is also great paint, but it's a bit hard to find in US. But Gaia note is a very good paint, so I try to stock them whenever they become available. This is Hobby Mio paint. They are pre-thinned and they are really good paint as well. Came from China, so I like them as well. Yeah. So I have some thinners here, and you can see that I have some enamel thinner, which is also called the mineral spirit. I also have some hardware store lacquer thinner for cleaning up the airbrush. These are great for cleaning up, cheap and very effective. And here I have Mr. Color regular thinner. These are 400 millimeter, great for general use, glossy, semi-gloss, any type of paint. I use this type of thinner to thin my paint. And this is the rapid thinner. This is the same as the regular thinner, but the drying speed is much faster than the regular thinner. And when you use this to thin the metallic paint, the metallic particles are aligned evenly to produce neat glossy surface due to the fast evaporation of the thinner. It's also great for thinning surfaces and matte paint too. And the last one here is the Mr. Color Leveling Thinner. This is similar to the regular thinner, but they added some paint retarder in there to help slowing down the drying, which will also allow the paint to level itself easily. It is great for gloss and semi-gloss paint. In general, I don't want my paint to dry super fast, so I tend to use it more, and that's why you see I bought a few bottles of this leveling thinner. There are one more type of paint called water-based acrylic paint, similar to Tamiya acrylic paint, but it is pure water-based. That means it can only be thinned by water or their own brand of thinner. You cannot thin them with alcohol, you cannot thin them with lacquer or enamel. You can only use water or their own brand of thinner. Vallejo is one of them. I start learning airbrushing using these type of paints, but yeah, because they are less toxic and easy to get from like local store like Hobby Lobby. However, it is not very airbrush friendly due to the fact that they dry very fast. With acrylic paint, once it is dry, it cannot be dissolved by water again. So tip drying doing airbrushing is a problem. When I say tip drying, that means that the paint dry on the tip of the airbrush. So that's one of the main problem. Once I got a good spray booth and respirator, I start learning airbrush using lacquer, and since then I have been slowly switching over to use lacquer instead. So I create this chart to kind of summarize all the paints that I mentioned earlier. So you see that we have water-based acrylic, we have alcohol-based acrylic, we have enamel-based acrylic, we have lacquer-based acrylic, and all the thinner that you use to thin them, the brands, the durability of them, the drying time, toxic level, pros and cons. I'm not going to go over one by one. You can take a screenshot or pause the video here to look at them. And again, thanks for watching my video today. And I'm going to make more video about airbrushing and paint in the future. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and like my video. Thanks a lot. Bye.